What's up? You're about to watch a very incoherent rant from one of my streams. Full link to the VOD below. Please follow, subscribe, and check out my Twitch. Have fun!
But I don't know, the fun has left already, and I'm not a big fan of M+, so yeah, not much to do. Yeah, but also it's like, there's another thing, like, context is important. A step up from Shadowlands is like... Is that really impressive? It's like... Is that really impressive? It's just... Context is all I'm saying, right? I'm not saying, like, the game isn't good. It could be good. I haven't played it. I would love to, play some WoW with friends and level up and stuff again, right, at some point. But just like, level up and, like, do casual shit. I wouldn't really raid in it. I wouldn't really want to make the time for that.
Engaging combat mode.
But it's like... I don't know. I don't. A lot of people that are like really happy about Dragonflight. I'm just so skeptical. I am so fucking skeptical. You know why I'm skeptical? Sorry, I'm pausing the game because I'm going on a little rant here. Let's have some music while I'm ranting, okay? So like, the reason I'm skeptical about it, right, is because people had the exact same, like, reception. Okay, not to this degree. The positivity didn't last as long, but if you don't remember the release of Shadowlands, there wasn't actually that negative of a reception from it. The negative reception came later. So that's why I'm like, when I hear like the stories of like people going like, oh, the WoW is fixed, oh, Blizzard's listening, they're finally doing all this amazing stuff and shit like that. I mean, people liked Shadowlands when it was out, and you too. And that's fine. You're allowed to like it. That's fine. That's completely okay. Went downhill perfect. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, to me, I think it's really premature to call Dragonflight good. Because here's the issue with Blizzard, right? And that's why I don't like Blizzard. And that's why I think Blizzard dick suckers are the dumbest motherfuckers with the shortest term memory problems that ever fucking exist. The problem with Blizzard is not releasing a product that isn't good. Usually Blizzard, when they release games, they are good. When Overwatch was released, when it was new, it was good. Well, not Diablo 3. When I came out, it was bad. But generally, WoW expansions, when they are released, they are good. When generally, a lot of the games, like anything StarCraft related, like their expansions and stuff like that, they tend to be good. Like, that's never been a Blizzard problem. Like, very rarely do Blizzard, like, release something and it's bad from the outset. The issue with Blizzard, and the thing I feel like no one is talking about, and no one is talking about this, and I'm so angry that no one fucking talks about it, is that Blizzard's problem is their inability to update their fucking games. Like, with Heroes of the Storm, you know why that game died? They just refused to update it. Like, and anytime the game had a problem, they wouldn't address the problem directly. They would just swerve into something completely fucking different. It's like the same thing with like fucking like the WoW expansions. If a WoW expansion has a bad patch, you're gonna be stuck with the bad repercussions of that patch for the rest of the fucking expansion. For no fucking reason. They just have an inability where, like, eventually, and it's fine, you're gonna have bad patches, you're gonna have bad updates, that's going to happen inevitably, but they have, like, some weird inability of, like, whenever they do something stupid, they can't fix it. And then they do this shit. They do this, a lot of people watch, like, the Preach, interviews, and they were like, oh my god, it's so awesome that Blizzard would do this and shit like that, and it's like, oh my god, my faith in Blizzard restored. I saw a lot of the sentiment like that, You're a fucking idiot. I watched that whole preach thing, and the only thing I was the only takeaway I had, because they talked about like, oh, a lot of problems with Shadowlands because we're scheduling, we couldn't really fix it. Bro, bullshit. Suck my dick with that lie. Like, you kiss your mother with that mouth? Shut the fuck up. Bullshit. That's a bold ass lie. First of all, if that is the truth, you're terrible. You're awful, you're garbage, and you need to restructure your company from the ground up. That is not a real problem. There's no shot. But the more likely thing, I just think they're full of shit. I just think they didn't want to update it. Like, I just think any problem they had with Shadowlands, they considered, no, they weren't problems, and they didn't want to fix it. I don't know. Yeah, sorry, that was my Blizzard rant. Sorry about that. But yeah, I don't know. I take like great issue with like whenever people are so quick to like ride Blizzard's dick, but when they haven't even begun to address their problem as a company in general. Their problem is not that they can't release good products. Their problem is that they can't fucking update their products without fucking them up. Like, seriously, what the hell? Like, like, how is that company real? Sorry, that was my rant. Sorry, that was very aggressive. Maybe I should, dude, I should totally upload that rant to YouTube. But I don't know, we'll see with Dragonflight. Like, Dragonflight could end up being like a really good expansion, but I think Blizzard, at least to me, still has to prove that they are able to like maintain the positivity that game is getting. And I think that has to be like something they have to prove to like everyone. And I'm particularly like salty when it comes to like Blizzard, right? Because Blizzard keeps killing the games I like. StarCraft 2 was the most fun game. Like, it's the single most fun RTS ever made. No competition. It's so good. And you know it was good because the game was doing well. Like, the game was actually performing not bad. It was performing like, it was actually getting more and more players to play ranked, like, over time, right? So the game was actually not even doing poorly. And then they just fucking shut it down for no fucking reason. Or like or not shut it down, but they like took off the team of it, and now they just have like occasional updates, and it's like, whatever, right? And it's just, why would you do that? That's so bad. And then I think it had like a recent patch or something. That's pretty good. But then they like also like killed Heroes of the Storm for like no good reason also. Because they tried to force some stupid fucking esports scene, which is a money loss, by the way. And Blizzard found this out the hard way, but apparently they are so stupid they can't Google like how esports works. Generally, you run esports at a loss, and then the way you make money on esports is that it works as a commercial for your game. They did D3 poorly. Yeah, Diablo 3 was like a fucking shit show. I'm so happy that Diablo 3, when it came out, that it was a shit show, because people would nag on me like all the fucking time to play that, and I was like, you know, we'll see. And then like you know, it came out, oh, error 43. What was it, like? It was error 37 or some shit, right? No, error 43. There was some error, whatever, error number. And I was like, oh, that's so funny. Oh, that's so funny. Oh, that is so funny. The problem with Diablo 3 though is I don't like the progression in Diablo 3. I think like they tried to do too much bing bing wahoo legendary shit with it, and I find that like to be kind of boring. But whatever, that's not for me. And the game being not for me is not a problem, so I'm not gonna like harp on that. I just like the shit they did with Heroes of the Storm, with the esports shit. Again, like, esports doesn't make a lot of money. The way you make the money back is through advertisement. I like using the esport as an advertisement to like get more players into the game. Like, let's take a small game, like there's a reason why League of Legends, with their big tournaments, they tried to make it like a big show. They tried to make like this big like theatrical event that everyone will watch, like even if you're not a League of Legends fans. Or like the Dota tournaments, they're like huge in like these massive arenas, and they have like all these pre-shows and shit like that. They do that so that people outside of the sphere start talking about it, and they go into the game and they buy skins and shit like that, and that's how you make your money back. Like, that's how it works. Like, fuck it. I know I talk about Tekken all the time, but Tekken is also a good example right now. Tekken is like one of the best performing fighting games like to date, and you want to know why it's the best performing one? And by the way, also, it's esports, very small, very little money, runs practically at a loss for anyone that is involved with it. But you know, it makes the game like so much money. You want to know why? Because it's huge. Like it keeps having like the storylines with Knee, with Kudans, with the Pakistani community, and then like all the matches are just fucking hype, and then like it makes people that are like outside of like the Tekken community like look in and go like, yo, did you hear about like this crazy thing that happened? And that brings in more players. But you can't force it. Like, you have to have those players to begin with. You can't fucking force it. Street Fighter V. Here's another example. Street Fighter V tried to force their esports scene. And then, like, what happened was, because they forced their esports scene, it has one of the worst fighting game launches to date. Or not to date. The first worst fighting game launch is probably, like, DOA 6. I mean, it's called, like, Dead on Arrival 6. But that's not a real fighting game. That's a... You play that to jerk off. You don't play that to play fighting games. So, like, in the realm of real fighting games, Street Fighter V had one of the worst fucking launches because they launched the game at a horrific, skeleton, terrible, like, anemic state where there was, like, no modes, there was, like, nothing to it. The game had input lag, like, enough input lag where you could click a button, go out, make your breakfast, eat it, come back, and you still haven't had the input go off. Like, it was terrible. And the netcode, oh, they made the netcode better, but it's still fucking terrible. Like, you would have people teleporting around like they're, like, in the Matrix or some shit. It was awful. And they tried to force their esports scene, like, as fast as possible with Street Fighter V. And Capcom Pro Tour is, like, pretty good now, but it was terrible. And it suffered terribly. And it took a long time for Capcom to recover the bits of their esports community after that horrible, like, launch. The difference with Heroes of the Storm and Blizzard, because Blizzard can't recover anything, so they forced something that they really shouldn't have, and then the game died, like, or like it just fizzled out and died over time as a result. And yeah, that's just unfortunate. Anyways, we have a fucking game to play, right? Sorry, I went on a very long, angry rant there. Might be good YouTube content, though. I should totally upload that. Hey, it's me again. I just want to say, thank you for watching the video. If you made it through all that, you're awesome. Bye.